lines or do y'all see straight lines? Is it curvy or straight?
Straight.
Straight.
Okay. So yes, we are, the letter of the day is A. We're looking at the uppercase A. It says two sounds. It says A, like an apple.
Oh.
And it says A, like an Aiden. So the uppercase, Leah just said, it has straight lines. So if I wanted to make an A, am I going to use my pipe cleaner? Or am I going to use my popsicle stick?
Which one are you going to use to make the
What
big
am I gonna use?
straight lines or curvy lines?
Right, remember, popsicle sticks are straight lines. Pipe cleaners are curvy lines because they bend. Okay, what am I going to use? Oh, Leia's holding up her straight line. So I'm going to use, that's right, Leia, we're going to use straight lines for the
You
upper.
please sit down.
Okay. Use my A.
Okay, give me that so I can put it up and sit down and pay attention, please.
And it goes
You're
straight
supposed to be doing what you're doing.
Then you go back up to the top. You go straight down, kind of a diagonal line. And then a cross line, a straight line across. You guys do that?
I saw Leia's done. Leia's doing it again, but yeah, she was done. She had it going. Good job.
Oh, Lauren, did you make an A? Manu, did you make an A?
Your A?
Yeah.
Nice, kiddo.
Good job.
Am I finished now?
No, you still have some.
Then wait, we're just
Anna,
gonna.
you ain't done it. Lopez and Miss Glenn tells you.
Okay, so now I'm going to take the popsicle sticks off my card. And I'm going to make my lowercase a, my little a. Now look at the little a. Is it straight lines? Is it curvy lines? Or is it both straight and curvy?
Ah. Straight. Oh.
All straight?
Yeah.
Is that it?
If you work on your stuff,
No.
but if you don't work on your stuff and finish it, you
Hey, parents, y'all can pin the camera view that y'all want. So if y'all want to just focus on the letters, y'all can pin it like 3 little dots, and then you pin the video that you
Yes.
get to focus on.
What do you need?
Okay, so see that little a is a circle. And then a straight line.
Wait, that's the blue one.
Okay, and I made my circle. Moms and whoever's helping you today can help. I took my pipe cleaner, I folded it, I bent it where the sides touch, and then I wrapped
I don't know
it.
where the little one is.
What?
I'll find the little one in a minute. Just use this one.
I was just saying, if you have the big one might be
It's your
good.
job sticking.
The popsicle stick is
Stop holding that and pick up the popsicle stick.
the big one.
Whatever you want to do, 100 with the number, is it 1 0 or 2 zeros?
Here, view.
10 is what?
I'm trying to make it. You guys see what I'm seeing? There it is.
Out.
Could you just sit down and do your work, please?
It's this
Yeah.
way.
The lowercase.
Miss Glenn, the other way. How you had it? No.
Is
All right, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, look.
No.
That's it.
All right, cool. All right. So I'm gonna take my popsicle sticks and my pipe, and I'm just gonna put them on the side. And might need them later if we have time. We're gonna do an activity if we have time, after the other stuff we do. Okay. So today, building on our letter of the day, we're learning about the letters in our name. Did you guys know that your names all have letters in them?
You know that your name has a letter in it? What's the
Omar's
letter?
name. Let's look at our friend Omar's name.
Look at your name.
His is made up of an
Hey,
O,
you need to sit down and pay attention, please.
A, and an R. All those letters put together spell Omar. Omar has a letter at the beginning that's bigger than everybody else. Oh. Now, look at this picture that I wrote on my desk. What is this picture? Can somebody tell me what this is?
Tell the teacher loud.
A chain.
It's a train. Has anybody ridden on a choo-choo train before? Yeah, it's so much fun. There's always the first car that pulls the train. Same thing with your name. You always have a first letter of your name that pulls all the other letters of your name. Okay, so we call that letter the line leader letter because it's first. And it's when you're walking in line, the first person in line helps lead. Okay, so if I, excuse me, if I were to do Omar's name, his O, his line leader letter would go in the first car. Oh, I'm gonna make it a big one. I'm gonna make it an uppercase O, because our names always start with uppercase. And then I'm gonna do the M in the very next car. I'm not gonna go O and then come all the way down here. That's not right. I'm gonna go in order. So I'm gonna go to the very next car and write the M. And then I'm gonna jump to the next car and write the A. And then I'm gonna go to the next car and write the R. Now I still got some cars, but that's okay. So there's Omar's name. Let's do somebody else's. Hold on. I'm gonna get my little handy dandy washer out. I'm gonna erase Omar's name. Let's do Leia's name. So I'm gonna find Leia. There she is. All right. So Leia's first letter is an L. So am I gonna put it all the way back here at the back? Am I gonna put Leia's L all the way down here in the caboose? No, she's gonna go up here in the first car. And you know it's the first car because it's the one with the smoke that pulls the train. So L, Leia's first letter is an L. So I'm gonna make a uppercase L, because remember our names always start with an uppercase. Then I'm gonna go E, because the next letter is the E. Then I, A. And I use lowercase. See, that's a lowercase e, a lowercase I, and a lowercase a. Only the line leader letter gets an uppercase. All right. Manu, we're going to try your whole name. Manu's whole name is Emmanuel.
You're so mean.
So I think I'm going to need another car. I'm going to push this down.
Mean.
Line leader is the big E.
One of the kids in your class, okay?
So it goes at the front.
Yeah.
The M.
Look.
Then
Okay.
A.
Okay,
N,
because you're done with that one, right? Okay.
E.
Is there-
Oh, I do need another car.
No, but look,
L.
like a caterpillar.
Okay. It goes in a straight line. I don't start writing up here and get all crazy like. All right, and our friend Edwin just joined us. Yay, Edwin. So let's do Edwin's name.
Can you find her letter and pick it up?
All right, in just a minute, we're going to be reading a book about, since it's reading day, we're going to read a book about a girl who's got a very long name. If I put her name in the choo-choo train, it would go all the way across Miss Glenn's desk. Okay, so we're going to do Edwin's name. And oh, look at his big line leader letter. Big E, just like Emmanuel's letter. So he goes E, D, W, I, N. Edwin. Cool. So all of our names pretty much fit in the choo-choo train. All right, this little girl's name that we're going to read about, her name is Chrysanthemum. Can you say chrysanthemum? That is a big name. It is a very long name, but it's very special to Chrysanthemum. Her name. Did your mommy and daddy give you your name? Yeah, your mommy and daddy picked out a very special name for you. They picked out Omar, they picked out Edwin, they picked out Leia, they picked out Daniel. They picked out all of your names because they were special. So we're gonna watch. Hold on. We're gonna watch a video called Chrysanthemum. And it's kind of long, but on reading days, we do a longer story. So I want you to listen. Some people do not like the name Chrysanthemum, and they're kind of mean. But Chrysanthemum learns that her name is special and it's beautiful, just like all of our names.
Story time with Burley. Today we are reading Chrysanthemum by Kevin Hinks. The day she was born was the happiest day in her parents' lives. "She's perfect," said her mother. "Absolutely," said her father. And she was. She was absolutely perfect. "Her name must be everything she is," said her mother. "Her name must be absolutely perfect," said her father. And it was. Chrysanthemum. Her parents named her Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum grew and grew and grew. And when she was old enough to appreciate it, Chrysanthemum loved her name. She loved the way it sounded when her mother woke her up. She loved the way it sounded when her father called her for dinner. And she loved the way it sounded when she whispered it to herself in the bathroom mirror. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum loved the way her name looked when it was written in ink on an envelope. She loved the way it looked when it was written with icing on her birthday cake. And she loved the way it looked when she wrote it herself with her fat orange crayon.
Look at her name. Look how many letters are in her name. Oh, she's got a very long name.
Look at her name. Look how long her name is.
Chrysanthemum. Look, it almost goes off the page. But it's a beautiful name.
Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum thought her name was absolutely perfect. And then she started school. On the first day, Chrysanthemum wore her sunniest dress and her brightest smile. She ran all the way. "Hooray!" said Chrysanthemum. "School!" But when Mrs. Chud took roll call, everyone giggled upon hearing Chrysanthemum's name. Mrs. Chud, Dawn, Eve, Lois, Al, Les, Kay, Max, Sue, Bill, Pat, Tom, Sam, Ken, Joe, Rita, Victoria, Chrysanthemum. "It's so long," said Joe. "It scarcely fits on your name tag," said Rita, pointing. "I'm named after my grandmother," said Victoria. "You're named after a flower." Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful.
Oh no.
The rest of the day was not much better. During nap time, Victoria raised her hand and informed Mrs. Chud that Chrysanthemum's name was spelled with 13 letters. Exactly half as many letters as there are in the entire alphabet, Victoria explained. "Thank you for sharing that with us, Victoria," said Mrs. Chud. "Now, put your head down." "If I had a name like yours, I'd change it," Victoria said as the students lined up to go home. "I wish I could," thought Chrysanthemum miserably. "Welcome home," said her mother. "Welcome home," said her father. "School is no place for me," said Chrysanthemum. "My name is too long. It scarcely fits on my name tag, and I'm named after a flower." "Oh, pish," said her mother. "Your name is beautiful, and precious, and priceless, and fascinating, and winsome," said her father. "It's everything you are," said her mother. "Absolutely perfect," said her father. Chrysanthemum felt much better after her favorite dinner, macaroni and cheese with ketchup, and an evening filled with hugs and kisses and parcheesi. That night, Chrysanthemum dreamed that her name was Jane. It was an extremely pleasant dream. The next morning, Chrysanthemum wore her most comfortable jumper. She walked to school as slowly as she could. She dragged her feet in the dirt. "Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum," she wrote. "She even looks like a flower," said Victoria as Chrysanthemum entered the playground. "Let's pick her," said Rita, pointing. "Let's smell her," said Joe. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. The rest of the day was not much better. During nap time, Victoria raised her hand and said, "A chrysanthemum is a flower. It lives in a garden with worms and other dirty things." "Thank you for sharing that with us, Victoria," said Mrs. Chud. "Now put your head down." "I just cannot believe your name," Victoria said as the students lined up to go home. "Neither can I," thought Chrysanthemum miserably. "Welcome home," said her mother. "Welcome home," said her father. "School is no place for me," said Chrysanthemum. "They said I even look like a flower. They pretended to pick me and smell me." "Oh, pish," said her mother. "They're just jealous." "And envious and begrudging and discontented and jaundiced," said her father. "Who wouldn't be jealous of a name like yours?" said her mother. "After all, it's absolutely perfect," said her father. Chrysanthemum felt a trifle better after her favorite dessert, chocolate cake with buttercream frosting. And another evening filled with hugs and kisses and parcheesi. That night, Chrysanthemum dreamed that she really was a chrysanthemum. She sprouted leaves and petals. Victoria picked her and plucked the leaves and petals one by one until there was nothing left but a scrawny stem. It was the worst nightmare of Chrysanthemum's life. Chrysanthemum wore her outfit with 7 pockets the next morning. She loaded the pockets with her most prized possessions and her good luck charms. Chrysanthemum took the longest route possible to school. She stopped and stared at each and every flower. Chrysanthemum, 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 the flowers seemed to say. That morning, the students were introduced to Mrs. Twinkle, the music teacher. Her voice was like something out of a dream, as was everything else about her. The students were speechless. They thought Mrs. Twinkle was an indescribable wonder. They went out of their way to make a nice impression. Mrs. Twinkle led the students in scales. Then she assigned roles for the class musical. Victoria was chosen as the dainty fairy queen. Rita was chosen as the spiffy butterfly princess. Jo was chosen as the all-important pixie messenger. And Chrysanthemum was chosen as a daisy. Chrysanthemum's a daisy! Chrysanthemum's a daisy! Jo, Rita, and Victoria chanted, thinking it was wildly funny. Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. "What's so humorous?" asked Mrs. Twinkle. "Chrysanthemum," was the answer. "Her name is so long," said Jo. "It scarcely fits on her name tag," said Rita, pointing. "I'm named after my grandmother," said Victoria. "She's named after a flower." "My name is long," said Mrs. Twinkle. "It is?" said Jo. "My name would scarcely fit on a name tag," said Mrs. Twinkle. "It would?" said Rita, pointing. "And," said Mrs. Twinkle, "I'm named after a flower, too." "You are?" said Victoria. "Yes," said Mrs. Twinkle. "My name is Delphinium. Delphinium Twinkle. And if my baby is a girl, I'm considering Chrysanthemum as a name. I think it's absolutely perfect." Chrysanthemum could scarcely believe her ears. She blushed. She beamed. She bloomed. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum.
Special just for her.
Jo, Rita, and Victoria looked at Chrysanthemum longingly. "Call me Marigold," said Jo. "I'm Carnation," said Rita, pointing. "My name is Lily of the Valley," said Victoria. Chrysanthemum did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She knew it.
Awesome. Okay, so see, everybody has a special name. So now the last thing we're going to do before we say goodbye is I need you guys to help me figure out which letter your name starts with, because your name is just as special as Chrysanthemum's. So we're going to be talking about our line leader letter. So I've got everybody's name here, and I need you to help me find your line leader letter. Okay, so let me get everybody's name tags. Let's see. Aaron. Everybody's. Okay, so we're going to start with Leia's name. Leia, what color is your line leader letter? Can you see? Oh, unmute. Make sure we're unmuted, friends. There we go. Okay, so I see black letters and I see pink letters. Leia, what is your line leader letter color?
The charger.
Is it black or is it pink? It is. Leia's line leader letter is pink. It's the L. And then it's L, E, I, A, just like we did before. Good job, Leia. All right. The next one is, make sure that comes off. The next person is Edwin. Edwin, what color is your line leader letter?
Pay attention.
Is it black or is it purple?
Purple.
It's purple. It's the big E. So I'm going to put the big E in the first box and then all the other letters follow it. E, D, W, I, N. Good job. All right. Next is Omar. What color is your line leader letter?
We have to tell her.
Is it black or is it red?
Oh, I think you said
Tell
red.
her.
Is
You
it
said
black
it.
or is it red?
Red.
It's red. The big O. The
Good job.
uppercase O, and then the M, and then the A. See how they stay in a straight line? Our names stay in a straight line. All right. And next is the last one. Yeah, because these people aren't here. It's Manu, but his name, Manu is a nickname, what his family calls him. But his name is Emmanuel. So Manu, Emmanuel, what
Listen.
color is your line leader letter?
What color is the letter that your name starts with? What color is that?
Is it the black
Yellow.
letters or is it the yellow letter?
Tell her. Tell her what color is that?
Yellow.
It's the yellow. It's the one that's the biggest out of everybody. Look, it's bigger than the little E. It's bigger than the U. It's bigger than the A. So it's always the biggest letter is first. So his is E, capital E, then the little M, then the little A, little N, little U, little E, and little L. See how everything stays in a straight line? I didn't go in, I didn't write it. Letters don't go like that. That's crazy. They stay in a straight line. Okay, good job, friends. Aaron's not here, Tristan's not here, Persian's not here. Okay, so you guys did a fantastic job figuring out your line leader letter. So here's your homework for the week, for the day. Sorry, not for the week. You have your very own name in Seesaw. And I'm going to figure out a way that you can practice writing your name every single day with that sheet. I think I just have to reassign it. Okay, so every day you are responsible for writing and practicing writing your name. Cool?
I know how to write my name.
You know, some of y'all have already got it, but you need to practice a little bit more. Okay, because you got to practice writing it in a straight line. That's usually where it goes.
And in order.
All right. Well, it looks like we are done for the day. So let's see.
My homework.
Yeah, you guys got your homework to do. You're going to be awesome. All right, let's say goodbye to our friends.
Goodbye to your friends.
Stomp your feet. It is time to say goodbye to all my friends.
It is time to say goodbye to all my friends.
It is time to say goodbye. Give a smile and wink your eyes. It is time to say goodbye to all my friends. Goodbye, friends.
All right. Parents, don't forget, if you haven't reset your password, that needs to happen.
Bye.
We're available tomorrow right after this to help, or you can come to school. But we need to get, hi Anastasia.
Bye.
But we need everybody to do that as soon as they can.
Bye.
All right. Bye guys.
Bye.
All right.